Hi there, we are the Recamo team. Even coming from far away, it was easy for us to get here. And for you, was it easy to be here? Many people do not have the same ease of movement. In these articles we observed users of rehabilitation centers complaining about the lack of accessibility and people with disabilities reporting difficulties in mobility in the peripheries. We listened to several people. We did a survey asking if they had any limitations or knew someone who had them. About 48% said that they were part of this group. Only 22% of the interviewed group stated that they have some type of equipment that helps them with the mobility of people in their homes. This low percentage is due to the high cost of these products offered in the current market. Here we have some examples of products on the market that are mostly unaffordable for individuals with these needs. The lack of resources was very present when we asked why people do not have their houses adapted. The high cost of the pieces make people look for other alternatives, such as NGOs and government aid. The great demand makes access to these options difficult, as in this article showing wheelchair users protesting about the delay in receiving wheelchairs, which still had a low mechanical resistance. However, we have a solution to this problem, which is cheaper and helps the environment: the chip. And what is a chip? Chips are a type of residue originating from manufacturing process. We intend to transform this chip into parts to help people with mobility handicaps. We surveyed our campus and saw that a considerable amount of chips are generated during the school term. It is worth mentioning that all the chips generated are thrown away. In 1 week, about 8 kilos of chips are produced, and in 6 months the quantity is 140 kilos. With the advance of metal production, the industry has undergone a series of technological changes, with intense economic, social, and environmental impact. In addition to companies losing inputs in organic materials and waste generation, environmentally incorrect disposal becomes a problem due to the high costs and associated environmental impacts. Due to the lack of inspection in Brazil, there is no legal control over the quantities used, final disposal, transport, and emergency plans in the event of accidents or spills of the product. Among the main impacts highlighted on the disposal of metal chips contaminated with cutting fluids are the alteration of air quality, the use of non-renewable natural resources, the risk of water and soil contamination, the greenhouse effect, and occupation in landfills. The process for the manufacture of our pieces consists in cleaning the chip, grinding it into powder, mixing metallic alloys to improve the components of the piece, then compacting and placing it into a furnace, generating the final piece. Our product will receive an identification code, so it can be returned to us after the end of its useful life. This will occur to obtain discounts on future purchase, and will also be possible for our customers to acquire discounts by collecting and bringing other metal waste. With this, we are encouraging the correct collection of these materials in the environment and reducing pollutants emissions. The formation of chips usually represents about 50% of raw machined metal, so there are companies that can reuse and others that simply discard everything depending on the material. There are materials that the ton can reach only 80 reais, which only show us the devaluation of this waste. Based on research and calculations carried out, we stipulate that the cost for the construction of our laboratory will cost around 50,000 reais. The project already has social networks that work from dissemination and communication with the public, spreading our idea and bringing us closer to people who are interested. These are individuals with any kind of limitation in their mobility, not limited to disabilities. We want to show these people through social networks, lectures, and visits to rehabilitation centers NGOs, and hospitals that our main goal is for them to achieve independence and a high quality of life. But why choose Recamo? We did some research and found that powder metallurgical process produced materials that are much more resistant than conventional casting technology because of the mechanical alloys used in the process, with a low cost because we are reusing the chip. Our work is based on eco-efficient and eco-effectiveness. Eco-effective practice in industrial process bring positive results for the development of sustainability. In addition to environmental improvements, we also have cost reduction and economic return. We intend to reduce the emission of toxic substances, intensify the recycling of non-renewable materials, extend the durability of products, and add more value to goods and services, bringing innovation by powder metallurgical process to manufacture our parts. Our team is formed by our supervisor, Andresa, and the students of the mechanics course, Heloisa, Isabelle, Giovanna, and Elanis of sanitation.